Hello everyone, friends. In this video, I want to show you how to paint a portrait from life in one session, the so-called alla prima portrait. Enjoy watching. Portrait. Yes, what else is there to say? So we'll actually start with the largest shapes and with finding the composition. So we'll pick some kind of medium tone, the one that will be the most present in our portrait. Maybe some yellow, brown, I don't know. And quite thinly with solvent, we'll look for the forms. By the way, now I've started working a little differently than before, a bit more thinly so that it dries very quickly. We start our work with very large volumes, and for beginners it can be very difficult to force yourself to work in a big sweeping manner. Well, actually that's necessary because we need to find the composition. So you're looking from here, right? I mean, you'll be looking at me, but your face is turned that way. Got it, yeah. The video will be called Katuka's Portrait. You don't mind, by the way? Maybe it bothers you that I call you that? You're not supposed to move, right? Why not? You can do anything. I'm just going to capture the composition right now, and then you can talk, move, and act normally. And you can even leave if you want. My memory is so strong now that you can leave even right now. I'll finish drawing anyway. So basically, right now I'm just finding some basic shapes, very roughly, very broadly. And well, you can also try to find some shapes in the face too, just a little bit. The main task right now is just to put in the patches that will give us an understanding of the forms. And still, here on the palette, I've already mixed some white, but actually you don't really need white at the beginning. I just love taking risks. So I basically wanted to find these shapes in the face already. And more fluidly. So you're facing that way, turn your face a bit more that way. Alright, I have this interesting thing, but actually never mind, I'll just cover my face right away. And what's the point? I guess we'll get rid of the white first. I have this kind of sponge that you can close quickly, very convenient. I'll make the background kind of dirty, intentionally very dirty, so that Katja will stand out beautifully against it later. But the background should include shades found in the face. Basically, ideally some kind of dirty background where we can later look for brighter colors. It's especially important at the beginning to lay down a really dark base, although here you can already make it a bit lighter. Okay, here we'll have the body, and let's cover it right away too. We have one shoulder that's facing me. Yeah, the goal is to make something nice to look at in an hour. Well, you could also cover all of this with some shapes. You're talking, and look, I have a new brush, see? Oh, some blue just appeared out of nowhere by accident. By the way, today I have a really cool cameraman, yes sir, who promised to shoot an awesome video for me. Watch what I'm doing now, roughly with patches, as if starting from scratch. with 8th vision, and we're putting on these kinds of patches, so it's all super, super rough. But the point is to find the right tone. Right now, I haven't really found it yet, but it'll come together gradually. Look, this is actually an experiment for me with this sponge. I'm just looking for options that will let me work really fast. I mean, even faster. And this is exactly what allows me to do that. Okay, the shoulder will be here. The hair, for now, can be found as a general mass, and more loosely, that's better. Good. A bit more yellow. You understand that your hair is yellow. There aren't any darks right now. I'll add the darks with a brush. I'm working with a brush, a big synthetic one right away. I used to work with bristle brushes at first. Basically, bristle works well too. At first, it's just that now, since the paint is very thin, the amount won't be excessive. Why use a bristle brush? Because we need to control the amount of paint. It should be minimal. The bristles remove the excess paint. Right now, my paint is very thin, so it won't form a thick layer anyway. Listen, Sen. Can I ask you, do you have any kind of crimson? Maybe a dark one would be perfect, or just a pink one? Thanks, I totally forgot about it. Damn, which one do you want? So now we'll mix the shadow color. Look, when I mix paints, I pick up different shades. By the way, I forgot to think of this at first today. I just have very limited time today. So I got started right away and got to work. I quickly used a lot of paint. My task is to find most of the shades right away, and then when all these shades are already in the work, it speeds up the process a lot. And if we mix, for example, a certain color, we end up getting other shades while we're mixing. You don't have to mix everything together, just mix in different spots to preserve all the shades. Now I'm mixing, looking for the shadow color for Krasakatya, the shadow of the hair. And don't be afraid of dark colors, because at first it might seem like they're too dark, but later you'll realize that there aren't even enough of them. Usually there aren't enough in the end. Alright, here it's a little bit more yellow. Somehow I ended up with blue. Look over there, face that way, but look at me with your eyes. Now do the opposite. Somehow, blue appeared. Let's try again, second attempt. There. We are gradually starting to find the overall shape of the face thanks to the shadows around it. Let me stay still. No, you're gradually turning, you don't notice. Seriously, I don't notice. Well, your face is gradually straightening, looking at me. And right now, while I still remember, while I'm not completely in the flow yet, I'm telling you about it. Later, I'll forget about it and start thinking. For some reason, I just can't quite catch it. That's because you're moving a little bit. But that's definitely not the reason, of course. Alright, I'm finding all the halftones. The darks are laid in very roughly. Red, yellow, here's the halftone. Let's see how it's turning out. At first, it's better to use brighter colors, then brighter and more saturated, less white, and then you can start to soften it somehow. But the main thing is to make them darker and brighter, because this saturation will gradually fade. A little more face that way, a bit more. There. I just drew it, that's all. Alright, but you're not standing like that. I thought I'd move it on you. It's convenient, that's all. At first you'll get something scary, like what I have now, but that's normal. So you shouldn't think that a portrait comes out detailed right away. I have this one technique right now. You start with a rough underpainting and add the details later. I made this previous portrait live on stream. And here it's important for us to lay the foundation right now. Now, something is already starting to appear a little bit. Okay, the neck here is quite light. A rag can help you adjust the shapes if needed, and you can also use a smaller brush now to smooth out the face. As for painting portraits from life versus from photos, I basically learned mostly from photo portraits. I wouldn't say it's harder for me to paint from life than from a photo now. It's much more interesting, of course, because you see a living person, you see them in 3 dimensions, but with a photo you have to imagine a little bit how it would look. But I've noticed many times that these ideas don't always match reality, because a photo is still just one side of a person. Turn your face a little more that way. Perfect. Alright, now I'll start giving you more details. Everything will be ready in about 10 minutes. Why are you laughing? I'm serious. The paint is pretty thin, but it's not exactly like water. It allows you to add more paint on top of it. You know, it's kind of like the consistency of sour cream, but maybe even a little bit thinner right now at the start. But it's fine. I think I'll even manage to finish on time today. Just little by little. Yeah, you take a copy, everything's great, I think. You can do it. I would have finished already. I can already see it. It's really great. Beautiful. Just beautiful. But I think we could just show it a bit more in detail so everyone understands, not just me. Right now, it's just that I kind of feel rushed in my head. I'm trying to take in as much as possible, but I forget to view things more objectively at times. That is, to look at the whole picture and not just rush ahead without looking back. I mean, working fast, but sometimes you need to pause and see what we've achieved. Well, now we can, in principle, look for the eyes a little bit. This is our dark one without any white. I wiped the brush thoroughly. You look there with your face, but with your eyes, look at me. Oh, you have nice eyebrows. You can see them right away. It's immediately clear, you know, where they are. The girl repeats brain twice. Yes, no, very much so. Really, why are you laughing? At this stage, it should look similar in silhouette, but to me, it still doesn't. I'm not giving up. I still hope that maybe something will work out. Katyuka is also hoping. You won't be offended if I do something, right? You won't be offended. No, who would let you get offended? Look, I'm right here. So, look, at the beginning, like I'm doing now with a big brush, you shouldn't do it with a small, thin brush, but I kind of like to take risks, so I'm already refining the eyes with a small brush. What's the point? Why shouldn't you do it this way? At this point, it's hard to recognize shapes and easy to misplace the eyes or identify shapes incorrectly. If you start drawing with a thin brush, it's possible to do it this way, but only if you do it quickly. I just quickly added some spots, that's all. Now the eyebrows are simply painted with the whole brush, which matches their thickness. I really like how yours look. If it didn't fit, of course, it would be uncomfortable. They're kind of thin, but here you just lay the whole brush down and it gives exactly the width of the eyebrow. Right? But don't forget to talk. You have to show love. No, that's the theme of my year right now. What love? 2019. Love is the greatest feeling, the greatest power. You need to show it to me so I can share it with the world. Do you understand? Well, here I see someone in love, Yeah, already making lips, can you imagine? Well, Dad, just a little bit. Yeah, in love? Smile a little? Well, right now mine are very rough, that's why. Can I see the phone for a second? Whose phone? Sure, go ahead. He's texting his love. Here you go. The main thing is that he described it very well. So far, it doesn't look like you at all. By the way, moments like this happen to beginners. You keep drawing. It seems close. It seems similar. Well, not really similar, but the proportions seem right, but the face is completely off. And that means some major elements still haven't been found, specifically the major volumes. But there's no need to despair, because even I, with all the portraits I've done, sometimes some faces take a very long time to be found. Sometimes it's like this, just a little bit, the face goes there. Yeah, look now, I just sketched the lips, the eyes, and everything else. Roughly, yes. Now we can start refining the silhouette parts, first of all, because they're not quite right yet, and then we'll move on to the face in more detail. Look, for example, the forehead isn't like that right now. Right now it's extremely important to look at the whole picture, not to get caught up in the details, but to see the work as a whole. Now I'm going to look for her silhouette. Yours is pretty clear, the shape of your face. I often say it's harder to draw women than men. Do you know why? Or older folks, you know. Girls have faces that are all very rounded, smooth, and without any distinctive features. You know, oh, never mind, you don't understand anything. Yeah, for now, neither you nor she are yourselves. Let's trim it a bit. No, not the hair.
It's not a problem.
I added a little too much on top. No, it's fine. I'm removing the hair now. At the first stage, everything, especially the silhouette and hair, affects the resemblance. By the way, here's the background. I'll make it darker now. I made it too thin. I'm intentionally making a very messy background. Later, I'll look for some shades, but this mess will allow us to create the glow of the face. I'm not doing an imprimatura. I didn't prepare it initially because I did the previous portraits on an imprimatura and realized that later all that imprimatura gets onto the face. I'll need to do several layers on the face to make it stand out. I don't want too much of the shoulder. Move it closer to me like that. Otherwise, I already forgot and started making the shoulder differently for myself. Yours is higher, so this shoulder will go here. Oh, now we're starting to see some movement. I'm beginning to figure something out. That's good. Super. Yeah, it's all good. It's all scary. Hit, smash. You can do that later. But everyone thinks we're fine, not me. And
Then I can't remove the interference sounds.
okay, but I'll process everything later. Why would I need the interference?
To cut it out, or do I need a programmer?
All those drops and stuff, you can cut them out separately later. It'll be visible by those jumps. Let's smooth the face, then add details. But you said you can go until 6, right? We still have half an hour of night left. It's already 6:10 here, until Fuba. That's right. If you're a little late, you have such a bouquet, it's okay to be late. The third bell rings there, but those with the bouquet are still let in anyway. You know that, right?
I'll be at the theater for a long time.
Oh, what time is the show?
7:30?
7:30, 7:30. Jenya?
Get out? I need to...
To be home. We're staying.
No, I need to be home. Okay.
Okay.
Not because of the play.
Yes, fine, fine. You convinced me. If there are similar colors, I can't find any. Well, you know, it happens sometimes. So what is this? Look over there. I'm going to look for you now. Finally, I think so. What about this? Yeah, I just can't seem to get in the right mood yet. I just don't see any love in you yet.
I want my love.
How can I not? Okay, let's wrap it up then. We're ready. Before I catch your face. Yeah, look, here I go again. I've started Tema. And I forgot to continue. No matter how many portraits I paint, some faces are just too hard to capture and can't be found. You need to have such a strong interest in portraiture that you probably even get some kind of thrill from this search. I'm already using my fingers, you see. I'm already in the flow. You always paint with blood.
With your fingers? What kind of blood?
Well, with your fingers, blood.
I was enjoying it.
And how? Yeah, it's not normal, but in my opinion, it's actually great.
Hurry up, do it. I think people won't appreciate it.
Okay, look here, a little more. No, that's enough. Like that. And look at me. Okay, lips? Yeah, I need to find the lips. Exactly, it's all about the lips. I believe that I'll find you here after all. Without love, nothing works. Come on, look for love inside yourself. Think about bananas. Maybe it'll just work. Maybe it worked. I can already see it. Honestly, I have no idea what I'm doing. Now I'm trying to find the shape in more detail. Again, still cleaning up. Listen, well, it'll come out now. It'll come out. I can already feel it. It's getting there. Alright, now the eyebrows. I'm grasping at everything because there are so many inaccuracies. That's basically normal. It's a working state when you want to do this, that, and the other thing. You're looking at me, right? Otherwise, I already drew you from the side, but I need you looking at me. Look, I'm already... By the way, we have this thing. We turn our face just a little bit that way. We usually need to take something as a foundation so that everything else builds off that foundation. For example, right now I took the eyebrows and eyes as the base, and if the lower part is inaccurate, I'll adjust it according to the eyes. That's why I'm trying to make the eyes pretty accurate right now. Well, pretty accurate for a sketch, and then if needed, I'll adjust everything else accordingly. That's fine. Well, no one can resist my words. Why are you laughing? Actually, you're doing the right thing. Good job. That's exactly the smile you need to show. Now I'll work on the lips. We need to capture them. Good job. By the way, I more or less figured out the eyes. Is that for you or something? They're writing over there. Hold on a second. No, don't. No, perfect. I just want to find your lips now, and then we'll refine the details with pure paint. Okay, the lips are here. What's interesting about a portrait is that people in general can be very similar in their shapes, but overall a face can be very different. Even though some general shapes are close to each other, everyone has some characteristic feature. Finding it is actually the main task. Are you sad? Am I making you look sad? Don't be sad. I'm not sad. No, it's fine. I'm making you look sad. It's fine. I'm just laughing. We know some tricks, and we'll make you cheerful. Let's lift your cheeks up a little bit. But you're looking at me, and you're looking at me. And once we fix you up, that's right. Now with a bit of ultramarine, just like that, we'll go right over your eyes. Yeah, something's sticking out a little bit, and I keep getting closer to the lips, but I just can't find them. Why are they so difficult for me? They seem like simple lips, but I just can't figure them out for myself. Look, let's take it in the lips. And this cut of the lips here is our burgundy brown. And we find it like this. And you were smiling, I think, like this. Made those big eyes. Well, you don't mind, do you? Yeah, it's fine. Great, I knew it. Wow, I know just what to do to make you like it. But I can't reach that far. What do you mean, more precise? And with the lips, I keep moving away from them. I just can't make them like that. Now the glasses. Alright, now I still need to do the lips. I have a brush like that. By the way, I got this recently. I think it's Kolinsky or Squirrel, but mixed with something, with synthetic. And I liked it. It's very soft, very easy to control when you need to add finishing touches or apply something over the paint. It's actually a very good brush. So, which one should I put in your nostrils? A dark one, since it's dark. I think the lips are a bit off. I can't really see them yet at all. Do you understand what you're talking about? Let's start with the fact that you don't have any love for yourself. Well, it's okay, we'll see it now. So bring this light a little to your upper lip, to your lower lip. We seem to need a shadow underneath, especially on the shadow side. Then we have a good shadow under the lips, but we don't have it. Because of this, we get this volume here, and we often have corners here. So think about it there. Look, you're making me thoughtful. It turns out, by the way, a smile suits you better. We still have 20 minutes left. Well said, excellent. Lips, lips, lips. Should I move it? I just need to move it a little. To the right, just look over there, just a little bit. There, a little more. Now look at me. Well, Leg, see, the one who used to write to you is now writing to me. What's up with you? Did you tell them? Yeah, it's fine. It's all good now. We're almost done already. We only have pure colors left. I still need to layer these dirty ones on top. You're probably waiting for that detailed portrait now, right? Yeah? Uh-huh. That's right. That's how it is. Look, let's say we have a chin. Ours is a bit smaller, I think. Yeah, don't hold yourself back. By the way, the bump came out. It's funny, it doesn't pop. No, so I take a clean brush, but it's not clean. No, I still take a clean one and mix pure colors. We need to pick them up now. A little bit of contrast. We'll get more contrast if we add some light, because the darks are already good. I'll just raise the shoulder a bit now. Yellow, white, and red are peach color. Pinkish, we'll put it here on the shoulder, and let's leave the shoulder like this for now. These are the beautiful colors on the surface. It's already less runny. We need to make it so that it sticks to the underpainting, because the underpainting is already more slippery. Tell them, why are they bothering? So now we're finding the light. You're doing great. By the way, you could actually work. Who is that? What's it called? Is it rain? exactly. I knew it. I just wanted to hear it from you. Yeah, the cheeks, right? I did a good job with them, but I'll make the cheeks smaller. I'll make them a bit smaller, of course. That's what being an artist is for, right? Just a little bit. Now I'll make you look amazing, like here, okay? I won't say where it's from. I'm not asking, and I still won't. So look, no, don't look yet, just a little bit. We need to trim your shapes a bit. Listen, you end up with this kind of look, you know, with that kind of expression. Well, the one you have. Well, now let's look at the details, what we're missing for resemblance. For now, I still can't see you completely. Here's the difference. This is where photo and reality meet. Maybe if I were drawing from a photo and didn't know you, I would... Where's the smile? You. It basically looks the same, right? Well, since I know you, I know how you're supposed to look, and that's a completely different thing. Yeah, I really made your cheek look fuller here. Well, basically it doesn't look bad on you, of course. Well, you need it, you really do. On the contrary, I made you look thinner. It's like I was painting Van Gogh's paintings for a month. Wait, my smile is gone. Hold on. Can you smile a little? Just a little. I'm smiling, damn it. My cheeks are gone. Now you're not smiling. That's why the cheeks... I'm still smiling. Alright, we're about to finish up now. Alright, I made it in time. Okay. Actually, it's really interesting to look for a person, and that's the whole point. If you're interested in searching, then you can become a portrait artist. But if you're not interested, just loving portraits for the result won't work. The whole point is in the constant search. I have a dacha. See, right now you have such a good expression, everything will go well right away. Okay, good. My lips naturally turn out big, very big. That's exactly what you need, yeah. Yeah. Don't pull it so tight, of course. It's hard to smile for so long. Don't smile yet. Well, finally. And you started smiling even more. Alright, I have a rough underpainting right now. And that's it. We need to take a little break now because my eyes are getting tired. Alright, I need an almost clean brush. Let's find some more light spots. Is everything working out over there? Oh, there's still 21 minutes left. Then we go, then everything's fine. Let's go until 7. Yeah? No. Alright, now everything is detached. Let's see what we've got with you. Forehead, maybe a bit more or less. Do you have a big forehead? No, it's fine. Perfect. I was just asking for fun. Do you really think I'll listen to you? No, small or big eyes, big cheekbones, small cheeks. You never know what you'll get. It's the same for me. That's exactly what I do. Look, see, right here we already have a shadow. Well, I noticed something I hadn't seen before. What? Well, these shadows, they're nice. Apara, papa, the song, remember? Let's highlight the lip a bit more without the smile now, the one you had. So don't smile yet. Well, I mean, it's not necessary. Look, right now I'm just... By the way, I need to fix your eyes a bit because they look kind of sad. Oh, your eyes. The corners are actually lifted, see? Let's make sure we don't make your eyes look sad. We're lifting the corners now. Are you doing that on purpose? Of course, as much as I can. Yeah, they're already big. Something like that. That's how it should be, so you look at me. Yeah, then I'll do your eyes right now so they'll look at me. You're a bit lower than me, looking so deeply. Eyes, just a little with your face like that over there. Did you not get enough sleep again today? I'm here, I didn't get up yesterday. It's because of your morning rituals. The ritual of look at me, look at me. How am I supposed to know what kind of morning rituals you have? Now you're going to look at me, can you imagine? It's just some kind of miracle. You weren't looking at me before, but now you're going to look at me. Alright, let's put some dark burgundy one right here. Oh, right away, that's how it's done. Okay, the eyes. Look, what do we need to do with them? So we'll take light blue and blue, FC and white, and this kind of light blue, and put it at the bottom of the eye. Oh, you just became, you know, like, I don't even know what to call you. White. Well, basically not on the side of good, not on the side of good. Well, that's great. Maybe you should stay like that? You already have highlights there. Let's add them now. You can add them later, but I want to see where the eyes are looking. Highlights make it clearer. I'm refining it more right now because I'll add more detail to this later. I just want to capture the essence. Look at the eyes. Now I'll make the eyebrows bigger. How much bigger can they get? Well, yours really are, yeah, powerful. Zhenya, it's just 10 minutes. It seems like you're bleaching for the first time. No, well, I haven't drawn on you yet. Oh, great. I keep wiping the brush. By the way, just saying, in case you're interested, so are you going to look at me? Wonderful. Let's find the lips again. Oh, a smile appeared right away. These dark corners, they give a sense of volume, really. It immediately starts to look different. So you say your nose should probably be smaller. Yeah, that's it. Great. What don't you like? It's just big depending on how you look at it. A Star is Born. There, Lady Gaga also worried about her nose. Well, it's just unnecessary, he said. I just remembered. Look here. Also, there are small light folds here. We'll make it a little cooler, and it'll smile even better. And our smile should be, well, barely noticeable, right? Yeah, it's like a mysterious, thoughtful smile about something far away or close, I don't know. Well, our peach color. By the way, the nose hasn't quite found itself yet. The eye, this one I think is a bit higher. Look, here's the thing. With a break and without a break, there's a huge difference. It seems like I'm doing it, and it's fine and similar. But after a break, I'll realize that some things were done very inaccurately, for sure. Because it's really hard to get everything exactly right the first time, especially when you feel like you have to hurry. Right, Katya, you think so too, you're a colleague. Also an artist. You'll draw me later. Uh-huh. Great. Yeah, I can even imagine what pose. What do you mean? What pose? I don't know. Just some pose. What pose? Some kind of naughty one. Why? Well, because that's how you see it. Because, well, that's your style. Come on, not my style. What do you mean not mine? Even for me. You don't like your own style? Alright, yellow, white, red. Let's highlight the chin. Everything is pretty messy right now, just preparing you mentally, so what will you see? By the way, I already saw you just now. Cool. Uh-huh, yeah. And that's necessary no matter what, so what's the task? How do we search? So, boss, it's not working. How can we fix it? Work with large volumes. Keep going. Search with big brushes. Look for shapes. Only add details where you need to make important accents. Now the chin is even smaller. Honestly, I already like it. It's pretty even and surprising. Look, here's another cool thing. I'm talking to you. To YouTubers, to YouTube viewers. Well, anyway, you get it. So on one side, from the light side, we use warm light, and from the shadow side, we use cool light. It should work with the red one, our favorite, my favorite. Now we'll just add you in. Here we have a little bit too, and here we'll take a cool one with some blue and add a few more shades. That's nothing, I'm surprised. That never happens, usually it doesn't work out, but here it does. Sanya, does it make sense to you? My eyes are used to it now. Yeah, Kachuha, you're a real fool. Yeah, you can be shown. Alright, now we're going to make some impressive hair. It's already taking off, but it's impressive only in terms of the underpainting, of course. And then we'll take a break. What break? Well, for me, there will be a break. No, you can sit for now. Come in, let's straighten your nose a little more. It's better now. Basically, I guess I don't really hope for my face anymore because I think I'm ready. I can't see well anymore because for me, it turned out to be like this now, apparently. Sashka says, well, bro, you went the wrong way. It seems like we're getting better. That's why breaks are necessary. That's right. Now I'll add some more red for you, then the hair, and you'll be fire. Real fire. Post it on her page and send it to me. Where are you now? This portrait obviously won't launch. Add you to the feed, of course. Not in the capital, but in the feed, naturally. That is too expensive. Alright. Okay, I won't even ask you to do it. You'll do it yourself. Yeah, alright, okay. I'll stop with my face, otherwise I just really want to. I want to keep working on it, but it's really exhausting. First of all, it'll be harder to make myself work later, and second, it's often pointless. Because it turns out you're just going over the same spot again and again. Now I'll get some shading on. Oh, your eyebrow's still small. Yeah, listen, you're only doing the eyebrows. Okay, I only drew the eyebrows. Okay, listen, wait a second. The chin is also important for us. I need to show you now, sorry, so you can get inspired. I'm always inspired. And I went to the theater so happy with flowers. I already saw it. So what? Great. Looks similar. Uh-huh. Not seriously. Uh-huh. So similar. That's how I see it, actually. Okay. Let's do the hair now, and that's it. We have exactly 2 minutes. Yeah, don't worry. Brown, you have a minute. Yellow, look, pick the dark one again. It's fine if it's missing. No, well, actually, I've already done what I wanted, at least the minimum. Now it's just whatever. Well, I'm taking advantage of the moment while you're sitting here. Look over there a little, then look at me and at the clone. You just got a little bit now? No, I wanted to even it out a bit. Okay, just stay as you are. What can you do? Say, well, you just started to look a bit like the clone, but you need to even it out. Yeah, I just stepped back a little now. Honestly, I can see that there's still a lot that needs to be worked on. But what about what I wanted to put in? The most important thing here is to capture all the shades from life, because later in the photo, those shades won't be as visible. Here we have the background, here we have the shadow, then just yellow, a dirty kind of yellow, and here we have the halftone, and we're still working on it.
Там чуть-чуть нужно.
It'll be perfect for my portrait, of course. Do you believe me? What, have I ever lied to you when I didn't have something? Raise your shoulder a bit higher. There you go. Look, there are some half tones. Wow, more or less at least. Here are my fingers too. And by the way, I also rolled up the long-haired ones. Basically to show and I'll keep things as they are for now. And now I'll add the lightest ones to my hair so it looks more striking. I'm doing this especially for you right now. Oh. Otherwise I would have stopped doing everything a long time ago. I said everything. Let's go into the shore on the yellow one. By the way, today, too much. Oh. By the way, the face turned out elongated, so I noticed. But you'll probably like the elongated instead, I suppose. And the neck seems a bit bigger. Alright, it's tossing me around right now and already sticking out. If you want it, yes. If not...
Well, don't do it, don't make it.
Well, when are you going to eat now? Well, that's it. That won't do. Look, all your energy is already here now. How do you see me?
Yeah, I'm going for the varnish now. We need to move it.
Today. Cool. Well, it's right there next to it.
Yeah, it's right there next to it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
Those sticks work somewhere in your soul.
Dead scheme, dead scheme here.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, they're shooting here.
And how did you try it there?
Yeah, it's pointless. The face is a bit elongated. Well, wait 5 seconds now then. Yeah. Do you want me to sharpen it for you?
We'll also make a rounded cabinet with her.
Just a bit, yeah. We need to make it like a cabinet. It's strange. I made your forehead so big at first and I've already made it smaller so many times. Still, it seems like it needs to be even smaller. Look, something decent came out of such a mess. Basically, that's good. Well, it couldn't have been any other way. Of course, Jason, let's turn it off and take a break. No, it's time already. We need to let her go.
Come on.
Love you. I'll just take a picture of her and that's it. That's it. I did what I wanted. I've laid down some tonal shades. Shadows, colors. That's why. That's why you need to reduce the chin. I've already reduced my chin several times myself. And you need to add some shadows here. Add a little bit of highlight in the background so that the hair stands out. Okay, a little bit more here too. I think yes, our sketch like this will be enough. I think you'll find it interesting too. Well, it was interesting to see how it all starts from the very beginning, how it all works on the palette in V. Thank you all for your attention and good luck with your creativity.